WG here, 53, Estia Province, blue team. The Great Cornholio is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities, begins in melee combat and has some powerful offense too. Alongside here, disposable heroes as a Warp Spider Exarch, telepoint commander that fights range combat, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities. Looks like it's going straight for that power node over there. And right after blue team, it's Kain as a Lictor Alpha, melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some powerful offense and a little bit of support too. Sneaking around, and I think the scouts spotted him though. Odim kicks off the red team as a Warboss, melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Alongside Goblin, Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, a little bit of support too, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. And rounding us off, it's Professor Ragin Maru as a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. This is the Imperial Fists elite scheme, 6 different factions represented, which is pretty cool. We have Warboss versus Sorcerer on the west side. Looks like Disposable Heroes is coming to help out early on. East side is Force Commander versus Lictor Alpha. Weighing in on those sluggers, triple sluggers opening from Odim, so we'll most likely see the Robes of Torment from Cornholio in tier 2, assuming these sluggers survive. Warboss support with triple sluggers. When they all have their knob leader and there's a truck running around, is pretty scary. CSM backing away here. Spore mines on the field. Best way to deal with them is probably just to send the Force Commander into melee. Melee attacks are guaranteed to hit, whereas ranged attacks will struggle to hit these tiny enemies. They also don't do a hell of a lot of damage to single entities, I guess, so just send in your heroes and sub-commanders. Term against are shooting him up though. Meanwhile, west side sluggers got maybe a bit too close, although they are going to take the VP. There we go. Goblin with Sentinel and double guardsman, heavy weapon squad on the way now. There's that shuriken after triple dire Avengers, so lots of range damage from disposable. Here's the Havocs from Cornholio to control the mass of melee orcs. I think he just consumed one of the heretics, misses the doom bolts though, and that lets the sluggers in. Nice special from the sorcerer. A little bit isolated maybe, but here come the CSM weighing in with range fight, gets rid of one of the sluggers pretty quickly, and in fact we're going to see a full retreat here, I think, from Odim. Now we can grab the VP and the wreck points. Contested power is red over here. Looks like it's a 2v1 on both sides. Now disposable heroes trying to get over to the east side because I think they are sniffing a power bash over here, the red team. Are there any flamers up? Not from the Marines, and not, oh, we do have one guardsman squad with flamers. Sentinel leading a line there to draw fire and then get supported. Inquisitor can tie things up. Crossbow bolt pistol on the way. Good way to stop Hormagaunts and a sneaky Lictor Alpha in their tracks. She's taking tons of damage though, needs to run away. Those Dire Avengers came in. Triple Dire Avengers can really wear down a low level hero. They all have their grenades. There's one. There's two in fact. Shuriken needs to pivot a little bit, I think. There we go. In fact, he's just going to retreat out. Lictor Alpha now coming out onto the field with Feed the Tendrils up. Warrior Brood going to hit the field soon. Did Maru not... I swear he had another unit up. I might be imagining things. I don't see bodies anywhere. Maybe he never had another unit. I'm pretty sure he did though. Force Commander here with Power Sword and Artifice up. Great in a 3v3 game, of course, because everything, all the allied stuff gets buffed by your battle cries, and this makes it better. From 10% to 15 each of those special attacks. So you can get the 30% buff pretty easily. Just 2 attacks, and then of course if you've got the Sacred Standard too, buff City. That's Coruscating Flame on the Havocs there. Another tool in the arsenal of the Sorcerer to deter those sluggers and do some damage. Heretics need to be careful. Doom Blast and Retreat. There we go. Didn't actually suppress one of the squads. Noise Marines now coming in. Very fun unit to use. So satisfying to see that damage pour out onto clumped up light infantry. There's Cacophony. Gonna save the Sorcerer, I think. Yes, it does. Havocs also need to run away, and so do the Noise Marines. Good thing those guys came up there. CSM getting caught out, and they don't have their Eternal War either, I don't think. Got decapped here. I guess it was the Sentinel or something. These guardsmen got pretty low, but they do make it away. Maru going tier 2 pretty damn quickly. Can he get a quick Dreadnought up or something, or just a Plasma Cannon would do some pain to these blobs of blue stuff. Warrior Brood pretty low on hit points here with a Barbed Strangler. Instant suppression, a good chunk of damage, but you do need to get relatively close. You don't want to isolate them. Usually termagants are near them to cripple anything. Cornholio coming back out of base. Is not a capped VP here. Not sure why Odim didn't cap it. That's pretty odd. 464, 435 on the VPs. Tier 2 now for Goblin. Warboss taking some shots. That is the improved targeters up for the Warp Spider Exarch. Looters on the field with that very fun death gun. There's bullets flying all over the place. Can also infiltrate those guys. Getting caught though here by the Sonic Blaster, which disables ranged attacks once it's been firing at the target for a few seconds. Pretty damn useful, as you might expect. Oh, we have Grenade Launcher Heretics. He did not keep them Doom Blasting against the triple sluggers. A bit more restrained here. Going to keep them a bit safer. They still do good damage with the Grenade Launchers. And of course, if you time the barrage, you can put a stop to sluggers trying to close in, do a big chunk of damage too. Expect those robes though in tier 2. Because it looks like the sluggers are going to survive. Only one of them has burners right now. He might be waiting to see if they kind of level up and live before he starts investing in them. 464, 435 on the VPs. Power bash by blue. They've done well. Now the Sonic Blaster here to shake apart these structures. Very quick power bash. Now needs to be careful not to overextend. I think the grenade barrage went in to disrupt the looters there. CSM capping while they take shots. Havocs maybe need to pivot a little bit. But as long as they're suppressing something, I guess Warboss goes down. Should get revived from there pretty easily. But these days you get less XP for reviving. So it's a bit more damaging to be losing your heroes in a team game, which is good, I think. Should always be a big advantage for the team killing the hero when a hero goes down, rather than XP split up between tons of stuff that shot at it and then one hero levels up for reviving. Goblin with Stormtroopers on the way, assault kit most likely. And tier 2 all round. Maru looks like he dropped some tactical marines and instantly turned them into Stone Guard, but he might have just got them out of the HQ as well. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, Sacred Standard Force Commander is up with that power sword. Sync kill there on the Warp Spider. Jumped on him, put it through his sternum. Lictor Alpha's going to go down. Boom. Force Commander's starting to come into his own now. Need to try and control this guy. Where's the Crippling Poison? There it is. Need to try and focus him down. Obviously, he's actually doing the right thing there, Kain. He was suppressing the attacks and slowing down the Force Commander, trying to shut down everything, but didn't quite have the DPS to deter them. Chains of Torment, from the Robes of Torment I should say, queued up for Cornholio once he hits tier 2. Grenades taking advantage of their ability to shoot over shot blockers here and trolling those sluggers who are looking at a completely uncapped power point there. Needs to be careful, might get flanked here. Cornholio could set it up with the grenade. I think it's being shut down though by the Noise Marines. Look at the damage on those Stormtroopers, might go down. Shuriken's there, looks like they will get away. Coruscating Flame again on the Noise Marines that time. There's a Dark Flame, some good area denial. Those sluggers don't really want to charge through it. And that does persist quite a while on the ground there. Sorcerer doesn't want to go down. Eats a stomp, but should be okay. Maybe could have backed off a little bit, knowing that he was alone. and that it was most likely going to be a 2v1. He could have backed off a bit there, I think, Cornholio, and set up a little bit further back so the Dire Avengers could have supported him a bit quicker. Warboss with Cyborg and Angry Bits. Zone throw on the field here for Kain. Must be careful, poor thing only has 300 hit points. Does have a shield though. Force Commander proving to be a massive pain in the ass for Kain right now. And only has one Termagant Brood. You see the remains of the other over here. 460, 338. Scouts coming across to maybe decap or something. They do have shotguns, there we go. Shooting out a power gen. Force Commander still, they can't get rid of him. Artificer makes him so tough. There's the Crippling Poison, but he's only got one now. I'm not sure if the Focus Warp Blast from this guy still knocks stuff over. It used to back when it snared vehicles and stuff. There's some energy shields up, providing perfect cover. That's a Manticore strike. First one I've seen. Probably not the first one he's done though, but the shield ate it. 434, 338 on the VP's missile launcher Sentinel. We'll be using its crack missiles versus larger targets and frag missiles versus clumped up infantry. It fires 3 at a time. If all 3 of them hit a stationary target, it's a big chunk of damage, and that guy's level 3. What's going on east side? Force Commander is still here wrecking stuff. Gonna hit level 4 soon. Chaos Dreadnought with that autocannon and underslung twin-linked bolter. Are you gonna get rid of this guy finally? There we go. Here come the Stern Guard and the Tactical Marines though. 410, 338. West side is blue. Pretty good setup over here with the Shrine. Noise Marines, Blastmaster, Havocs. We've got a Shuriken also. Disposable Heroes wanting to push up here. Uh-oh, that could be a nasty Manticore strike. Hit a few things, a couple of things pretty well. But a bit of a panic retreat there from Disposable Heroes. I don't think he needed to fully retreat out. Chaos Dreadnought's going down, it looks like. We had a missile launcher, Vengeance rounds from the Stern Guard veterans, and a Loyalist melee Space Marine Dreadnought here. Did not warp it out. Maybe did not have enough red, I'm not sure. 410, 322. Is that the Lictor Alpha still down over there? No, what is this? Oh, it's just the dead warrior. I thought that red was like a circle. Level 3 Sentinel is going to be scary if it stays alive. Going to stand over here and shoot stuff. Weird boy, Ed Banger, is on the way for Odim. East side, some shenanigans going on. That looks like that's the drop pod which brought Ragin Maru his eventual Stern Guard veterans. They are limited to 1 per player, much like the Vanguard veterans. They're pretty strong and pretty cool. Inquisitor will try and get a VP back. CSM now do have Eternal War, but that was a shooty fight they did not want to deal with. Sneaky Stormtrooper's going to open up with a grenade and then get a volley off, and that's a lot of damage if they can do that. Could see a big 2v2 pitched battle now through the kind of off-center area, which a lot of players use to try and get to the power. There's that Chains of Torment doing work. Need to try and shoot that central mass. You saw the Stormtroopers doing it there, which brings it down. Doom bolts flying in, but now he's knocked over. And Sluggers are on him, and these guys have their Nob Leader. They are scary. The only squad that has the Nob Leader though. There's that big stomp. Stun, knockback and damage. Running into some Havoc, trying to get around the firing arc, I think. I believe I just saw a Manticore strike there too. Disposable Heroes with some Wraith Guard on the field. They are running away though. Blastmaster. Oh, gets a kill on those retreating Sluggers. Autark being dropped in by Disposable Heroes. Very, very cool little sub-commander here. Some support abilities, fantastic mobility, and some decent war gear options. Looks like she's going for her Executioner here. Getting caught by Sluggers and runs away. Zoanthrope is still alive. Where is it? Over there. have a tier 3 Lictor from Kain. This guy has heavy melee damage and also doesn't have to pay energy upkeep for infiltrating, which is a pretty big deal. I believe, did they ever give this guy the faster capping trait? I think that was at least discussed at one point. 410, 205. Here comes that Autark. You see her providing that nice blue buff circle, a defensive buff to all those guys. Oh, the Sentinel went down, did it? Yes, it did. Assault Cannon Dreadnought being chased. Did not get your fusion gun though, did you, Autark? Wraithguard will do a lot of damage to it, but they struggle to hit moving targets a lot of the time. Stone Guard veterans here. Hellfire rounds loaded in to do damage over time to all this stuff, but that is a lot of stuff to take on. Assault Cannon Barrage. Kind of shrugged off there by the Eldar. Now some Tyranid support. Auto Cannon Heavy Weapon Squad. Doing some work, that's for sure. Lictor does have the deadly jump, and there it is. Going to tie up this heavy weapon squad, but now he's going to get shot to pieces. That's a demonic summoning from Cornholio just to make sure this dreadnought goes down. There he goes. Gives you some free bloodletters for a while. You can also reinforce off that circle, which is pretty damn useful. Chains of Torment goes up. Sorcerer's off in retreat though. Warp Spider's idle this whole time. Disposable losing track of him. Meanwhile, West Side is turning red. It's the weird boy who's capping. Sluggers chasing through. What are we seeing now in terms of Nob leaders? 2 of them have a Nob leader now. Seems kind of reluctant to fully commit to his triple sluggers and upgrade them all. Hey, they're still alive. That's the main thing. Autark just disappeared off the roster. She might have sky leaped up. I didn't see her health going down. Carnifex on the way for Kain. Chaos Predator for Cornholio. 398, 157 on the VPs, 2-1 cap for Red. Got a lot of VPs to make up though. Maru chasing. Can he get one more hit? Nope, it's a special from a battle cry. Warp Spider should survive. There we go. Can you get some good grenades off here, disposable heroes? Those Marines are bunched up. Oh, there's some excruciators from the Inquisitor. If I can select her, there we go. Rocket Run takes out the Zone Throat. Very good anti-infantry nuke, that thing. Doesn't tend to do a lot of damage to vehicles since only a few of the missiles will hit it, since it doesn't throw them around, obviously. Here's that Chaos Predator gone for the Mark of Khorne, just a generic damage upgrade. 367, 157. Those guardsmen are very brave or very stupid. Gonna die. See that? Chaos Shrine getting some shots in. Those guys did go down. Foot of Gork. I bet that could one-shot those heretics if they weren't retreating. And it hit perfectly. That thing does massive amounts of damage. Assault Terminators on the field from Maru. These guys are unique to the Force Commander. Storm Shields, Thunderhammers, all that good stuff. Heavy melee damage. Tier 3 Lictor trying to get these guys. I guess the Flesh Hook has been used. Shotgun Blast, and now a Force Commander. Might want to run away, buddy. There are Terminators in your retreat path, though. Is he going to escape? Smack. Escapes. Wraithguard, big chunks of damage to these guys. Can't suppress them, of course. But they can consistently hit them. Wraithguard are a good tool to use versus Terminators. They do have to get relatively close, though, which I don't like. Keep those Wraithguard moving. Force Commander's going to tie them up as much as he can. They're marching through here, red team. Oh, we have the entangling web on those guys. Talk about great tools to use on Terminators. They can't retreat out of it. So stuns and anything that impedes their movement is fantastic. They have Lightning Claws now. West side is uncapped. Dark Flames might finish off those guys. They survive. If he angled it the way that they retreated, he might have finished them off. 10 hit points they get out with. CSM with Aspiring Champion and now have Slaughter available then. Mandate is up for the Inquisitor. She also has her Inferno Pistol. Looks like she requisitioned some new stuff. Warp Spider's going to die pretty quick. Wow, those Hellfire rounds are painful. Level 3 Stern Guard. You actually want to use Kraken rounds against heroes. They will do more raw damage. But the Hellfire helps you against heroes in cover and heroes that are retreating and that kind of thing. And they're just good to keep loaded in when you're fighting Tyranids and Eldar, who have a lot of light infantry in general. Some late-ish game power bashing. Here's that Kain effects. What have you got, buddy? Barbed Strangler is up. Avatar of Kain on the way for disposable heroes. Cornholio has tons of requisition. Not quite the power to get something juicy up. Warboss. Power Claw now is up. 95 heavy melee DPS. Seems to be struggling to deal with that tank though. Does have a beamy. Does have the basic damage from the Weird Boy as well, which will hurt vehicles. Can't quite get close to it yet. Heretics need to be careful. A couple of shots from the Weird Boy and they will wipe. Weird Boy needs to retreat though. Pushing through. There is Cornholio. We see the CSM using Slaughter at level 4. That will do tons of damage. Buffs their damage types. Also allows them to switch to these melee weapons. I think it gives them like health regen as well or something. Used to anyway. Avatar's up. Doesn't want to fight Lightning Claw Terminators though. That is so much power melee. They just cannot stand and trade with them. But he's going to try it. Got a little bit of support, but needs to keep moving. Yeah. We have a Terminator Force Commander getting some Lightning Claws of his own. Don't see that very often. Don't see this guy get his own Lightning Claws up. We'll see how that does. There they are. He can retreat, of course. The other Terminators make fun of him. Level 1 Lictor Alpha, really? How is that possible? Lone Hunter is up. Not sure what he's doing trying to fight these guys. I guess they're trying to lock them in place, do whatever damage he can. The Autarch just shredded there. He did get a model off him. With some help, of course. Vengeance rounds loaded in. That's what you use against super heavy infantry and vehicles. So they'll be good for helping against the Avatar. Which is back at base, healing up. West side, turning red. Those Chains of Torment have done so much work for Cornholio. Into the Dark Flames as well. Can set up so much stuff with that, especially if you have allies around to take advantage of it too. Manticore though. Tank has taken damage. Can he get this Weird Boy down? Oh, that Beamy is getting shots in. Can be hard to spot those shots. It's not like a las cannon where you get the big obvious beam and then oh, down it goes. Did not keep it moving there, Cornholio. And then of course you get the snaring effect, which lets you know there's a las cannon around. Here's a Baneblade from Goblin. Great unclean one for Cornholio queued up here. That's the Terminator Force Commander, I think. Yep. Avatar's taking shots with his sword. Well, taking swings, I guess. Judgment is up on him. I think it's still 20 seconds you have to wait until you can judge the target, which has a big chunk of damage, and it has an area of effect on it, and it like knocks stuff down as well around you, I think. Around the target. Thornback Kain effects, actually a decent tool to use to lock down these Terminators in combat. Power melee is not ideal against vehicles. They do so much of it though that it will damage the Kain effects, but still a decent choice to use, especially with that melee resistance, of course. Baneblade is getting shots in though, so is the missile launcher. Got to deal with Assault Terminators and the Baneblade, not to mention all the other stuff. Fire Prism, if you can keep it at maximum range, you'll do some fantastic work. Easier said than done. 2-2-3 to 1-2-1 here. Can they defend their VP? These Terminators are really low. Wow. Fire Prism got one of them down. I'm sure Maru would love to get a Land Raider up. Blastmaster doing some work here. Sorcerer levels to 5. Got his Sigil of the Rift to annoy stuff even more. These slugs are going to die here. One hit from the Sorcerer, down they go. Boom. Gets a sync kill. Great Unclean One's there. Super unit for Chaos. Passively damages nearby enemies. Also has some pretty nasty abilities too. Active abilities. 2-2-3 to 1-2-1. Can they get the VP? Avatar still standing tall, taking shots. Grenade is dodged. Force Commander Terminate trying to get stuck in. But that tier 3 Lictor's done pretty well. Might want to sneak that guy up the field and go for that VP. Red team trying to get both the naturals here because it's so hard for either of the players on the west side to hold this VP for any length of time. Great Unclean One marching towards the looters. Oh, he did his foul snare. Should have done it from further out, I guess. Maybe it was on cooldown. Smack. Doesn't actually do splash damage with his attacks anymore, I don't think. Still has a special attack, of course. Carnifex. Taking chunks out of Baneblade. Would love to get on rear armor, but this guy's not turning around and cooperating. Chaos Predator on the way. Number 2 for Cornholio. Knob Squad from Odin. I was wondering when those guys will hit the field. We do have a second Carnifex here. Oh, it's warped out there by Cornholio. Nicely done. Got this Carnifex out of trouble. It did eat a crack grenade as well, I think. Very good map awareness from Cornholio. Level 3 Warboss. What are we seeing on levels here? Level 5 Warp Spider, level 5 Sorcerer, level 3 Lictor. So he's got a couple of levels now. The Terminator Force Commander doesn't level up. Level 4 Inquisitor and a level 3 Warboss, as we saw. 2-1 cap for blue. Red team getting very low on VPs here. Avatar taking a hell of a lot of damage. Can he get away? Can the Terminators teleport after him? Looks like he's going to be taken down anyway. Slugger's there helping out. Down goes the Avatar. He will explode on death. It does knock people back, as you saw there, but it doesn't actually do any damage, I don't think. Boom. Can he kill one of these Terminators before they cap? Some more people helping out. These guys have Slaughter active. I hear an Eldritch. I'm not sure where it was. Was it going after the Baneblade? Oh, it was going after the Baneblade. It was right here. 2-2-3 to 69. It shut it down, but there was nothing to follow it up. Might have been a little bit of the waste, but I guess it did a chunk of damage. Warrior Brood, you don't want those guys at the front of your army when they've got a Barbed Strangler. Basically, you never want them on the front of your army. Always want something screening. Wow, there's a lot of damage on those Terminators. Beautifully done. Set that up with Entangling Web, I think. Yes, and then a couple of grenades thrown in. Wraithguard shots as well. That's a big chunk of damage. Made those guys get the hell out of there. Looks like the Baneblade will live for now. Not sure what this Manticore is up to. Need to be so careful with those things. Tier 3 Lictor is sneaking up for the VP, I guess. Manticore strike at close range. Big chunk of damage to the Carnifex. West side is red. Knob Squad running away from a Great Unclean One who looked hungry. Oh, we have some anti-armor Stormtroopers now. That's a Foot of Gork. Will it finish off the tank? It does finish off the tank. Wow. Wonder what kind of damage it does. Is it plasma cannon or something? Certainly did the job there. Scouts helping repair the Baneblade. 2-1 cap for red. Land Red Redeemer on the way for Maru. And I think Cornholio needs some support. A 2v1 on the west side would be pretty great right now. Here comes a Carnifex with Thornback. Are they both Thornback? He does have a Barbed Strangler one, doesn't he? Yeah, here. Just chilling out on the VP. Scouts will try to get a decap under infiltration here. Kain. Terminator Force Commander strolling through. Baneblade in behind there. There's so far to push your Baneblade up here. I feel like it should be on the west side, sitting with sluggers there to repair and just shooting the crap out of stuff. Riskier way to use it right now. Arb Stranglers for days on these Stern Guard veterans, also Tactical Marines I should say. Hell Fury called in by Goblin. And the Manticore went off. Wow. Carnifex barely surviving. Needs to run away. Down it goes. Not even sure what got that shot there. Inquisitor goes down too. Some desperate fighting here by the blue team to defend their VP, and they do defend it. 2-1 is against them though. Stick bombs flying in this side, stunning the CSM, but they were in retreat. Warboss is suppressed, but he's got so much hit points here with heavy armor up. Almost 2,000 at just level 3. Just able to face tank into those Havocs there. And still has 900 hit points. Nob shut down by the Chains of Torment and don't have a ranged weapon, of course, so they can't shoot it down with sidearms or anything. Sorcerer lives. Here comes a Great and Clean one. Gotta be careful though. There's the Cloud of Flies, knockback and damage over time. 83-56, double cap for red. Did he stun the Great and Clean one there with the sidewalk implants? 71-56. Certainly looked like it. They need to get over to that VP, the blue team. It's not getting a lot of help here, Cornholio. And the Great and Clean one's going to go down, I think. Meanwhile, on the VP, Baneblade sitting there. Turns out there's a pretty good way to use it. Until it goes down, Swarmlord is on it. And Wraithguard getting shot, so Baneblade went down, but I think that was worth it. That thing put so much pressure on the middle. Held them up for so long. Here's a Land Raider too. Down goes that Lictor. Lictor Alpha's already down somewhere else over there. Red team might have this sewn up now. They've got so much of a foothold in the middle there. Swarmlord trying to push back. Carnifex there too. That's a rocket run on the Eldar stuff. Painful. Very painful. 21-56 on the VPs. Running out of time, our blue. I don't think they can do this. They might get through and decap, sure, but they're not going to be able to hold that. There's an Eldritch. Gets the Land Raider 12-56. Kasrakin on the way late here for Goblin. Don't think they'll be needed right now. Maru has lost a lot in this fierce fighting, but looks like his team's going to pull through here. Lightning Claw, Force Commander did pretty well. And oh, the Land Raider lived. And there we have it. 2-1 cap sees out the red team's victory. Very good fight all round. Really ramped up towards the end in terms of intensity. Red team took the initiative. They got their heavy hitters out and pushed through the middle with them and did some real work. Level 6 Sorcerer, as annoying as usual, did have the Rod of Warp Fire at the end for extra disruption in case he needed some more. Level 7 Warp Spider. Level 3 Lictor Alpha was down. Level 4 Warboss did really well. Came into his own late game. That heavy armor is crazy. Level 6 Inquisitor. Some good Manticore strikes in there. And a Force Commander Terminator with Lightning Claws, with his retinue of Lightning Claw Terminators too, which is pretty cool to see. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.